You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Rants for Black and White Sports. We're going to talk more about Deshaun Watson down in Houston as things are turning into a dumpster fire, rolling downhill on a tire fire. We found out that after the hire of former New England Patriot player personnel guy Nick Caserio down in Houston as general manager, we found out Deshaun Watson had a hissy fit. He threw a hissy fit over a guy who was, frankly, pretty well in demand the last few years and had been known to be a pretty good judge of talent. Now, I think Bill Belichick might have been better off these last couple of years letting Caserio actually pick the players. But all he could do was really give input. But he's been in demand a while. That's just point of fact. Now, he's been in demand in the way that people want to lead you to believe Eric Bieniemy is in demand at coming out of Kansas City. Then we find out Deshaun Watson was pissed about Caserio, and he was pissed because Caserio's not black. All of a sudden, football is about social justice for Deshaun Watson. And he threw a hissy fit behind the scenes, mad that Caserio is white. Ridiculous. And now word comes out that he may want out of Houston. And he's pissed because he is not more involved in the coaching search. And that he is mad because the Texans are not looking at more candidates of color. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is playing football about winning games or not? Is it about fielding the best possible product on the field or not? Is it about getting the best hire or not? Deshaun Watson. You know, Dabo Swinney once said, this guy's going to be the Michael Jordan of the NFL. He's starting to sound a lot like LeBron James, LaChina James, LaWoke James. And to be clear, before all this started, I liked the hell out of Deshaun Watson. I did. But now we're finding out he's got his head up his ass. Plain and simple. So, the following coaching candidate emerged yesterday for the Houston Texans. Jim Caldwell, picking up steam with the Houston Texans coaching vacancy. That came out from Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk. Now look, I do understand the idea of Watson being involved in the coaching search, but only in a, we're keeping you aware, we want your input, but you are a player. You are not a owner of this club. Okay? You can give your input, but we expect you, especially in light of your, $156 million contract or something like that, we expect you to go out and play football for whoever we decide to bring in the building, because Kyle McNair is the one that owns the team. It's not Deshaun Watson. And if I'm an owner of a team, my preference is to hire whoever I think is best for the job. Now, do we believe that a 65-year-old Jim Caldwell is the best coaching candidate for the Texans? Look, I got to tell you, Jim Caldwell actually has a pretty decent record, 62-50, and he was the last thing resembling something solid in Detroit. He was 9-7, 2 years in a row. But didn't you just do 9-7? Didn't you just do Bill O'Brien? This guy is Bill O'Brien all over again, a nicer version of Bill O'Brien. Now, whether anybody wants to hear this or not, Bill O'Brien was a good coach. He was a god-awful GM. Should never have gotten involved in that. Never. And, by the way, O'Brien just got hired as offensive coordinator at Alabama this morning. Roll damn Tide. I'm not an Alabama fan, but they beat the brakes off the Buckeyes. Anyway, Deshaun Watson has made this all about color, not about qualifications. Of all the coaching candidates out there, he's not concerned about getting the best candidate. He wants a candidate of color. Now, look, I believe there's a reason why Eric Bieniemy has not just gotten hired. We've heard this guy was a slam dunk for the last 3 years, and the last 3 years he has not gotten a job. He may not get a job. In fact, there's rumors going around that he knows he won't get a job in this coaching cycle. Does anybody believe that is about color? Marvin Lewis may actually get another job. He may actually get another job. I'm not a big Marvin Lewis guy. He was wildly mediocre all those years with the Bengals. Jim Caldwell. What are we doing here? Urban Meyer's out there. I mean, the coaching candidate list is Pat Fitzgerald is a strong candidate. Matt Campbell may or may not want to come out of Iowa State. The reason that Eric Bieniemy is not getting a job, and he may, but the reason he hasn't gotten one yet is plain and simple. Nobody knows exactly what Eric Bieniemy's purpose is in Kansas City. And you may be like, well, he's offensive coordinator. Yes, but Mike Kafka was the passing game coordinator. What is it that Kansas City is so good at? The passing game. There's word out of Kansas City that Mike Kafka and Andy Reid are the two that sit down, draw up these plays, and then Andy Reid calls the game. And the fact is, these organizations don't know what Eric Bieniemy is actually doing. What is his actual contribution in that offense with Patrick Mahomes? Sure, Patrick's co-signing him because they're cool. Understandably so. If I was Patrick Mahomes, I would probably co-sign Eric Bieniemy too. But there's something about Eric Bieniemy that causes people to want to pass on him. And it's not color. It's not. These organizations, for the most part, are trying to get these hires right. Okay, they are. Now, Watson's trying to maybe force himself. He's not only is he's acted like an ass over skin color, now he's trying to tell the Texans where they can trade him. He may get traded to the Dolphins for Tua and some draft picks. Yeah, on the outside looking in, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm probably trying to make that happen. Maybe. Do you really want this guy's culture in your locker room? Because he sounds poisonous. He sounds like a snake. I am automatically, as a Texans fan, I am furious right now because your quarterback's priorities are not winning. His head is not in the game. He's not worried about becoming the best quarterback he can become. He's worried about checking social justice blue check mark boxes. I automatically have an issue with that. You're a professional NFL quarterback getting paid a lot of money. Learn the offense, become the best player you can become, keep your head in the game, and go out and perform. The fact is, I don't believe Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, any of these quarterbacks are sitting around losing their minds over social justice issues and their coaching staff. They're trying to go out and win a Super Bowl. This guy's got his head up his ass. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fan. Jim Caldwell? Jim Caldwell. Okay. If you say so, this is the guy you're going to pick to hire. Would it stabilize the organization? Maybe. Are you winning a Super Bowl, which is the ultimate goal? Are you winning a Super Bowl with Jim Caldwell? Say that out loud and tell me what you think. Because my answer is, hell no. Hell no. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.